and I'm going to tell you a story about how I discovered I was passive aggressive. Never really understood what that meant, but I do now. When I was a sophomore in high school, I was in a very small school, had about 300 students altogether. That's grades 1 through 12, and my brother is 18 months older than me, went to the same school. He's really mean, he's always mean, older brother thing, and I could never like punch him or anything because, well, he would just punch the bejeebers out of me, so, you know, I had to figure out a way to get at him. So I was in my home ec class one day, and the janitor happened to be in the home ec class, and he had caught a mouse in the cupboard, and he was in there while we were in class, and I saw him out of the corner of my eye that he was taking a mouse that was caught in a trap out of the cupboard. And I said to him, what are you going to do with that mouse? He said, I'm going to throw it in the trash. I said, can I have it? He's like, sure. So he gives me the dead mouse. And so I had a Kleenex, and I just wrapped it up in a Kleenex, and I just stuck it away. And then I went, between class, I went to my brother's locker, and I happened to know the combination. And he used to wear this big old army coat. I mean, every day he was like this goofy little nerd with these big glasses and this big old giant army coat that he wore. And I opened his locker, put the mouse, dead mouse, in the pocket of his coat. And I made sure it was in the right-hand pocket because he's right-handed. And then I just stood there when, you know, he finally comes and, you know, he puts on his coat and he's, you know, standing there talking to some people. I'm just kind of standing in the background watching to see what's going to happen. And he has his hand in his pocket. I could tell he's kind of doing this with his hand. He was kind of, you know, squeezing that, and he's talking, and then you could tell on his face he's wondering, well, what is in my pocket? And he's kind of standing there with this circle of people, some girls and stuff, and he looks down and he pulls it out of his pocket and he does this and he sees it's a mouse. He's like, and he throws it like that, and it flings over to some of these girls who were standing there, and they all scream and run. And I just smiled and turned around and walked away.
Did he ever find out it was you?
No. Well, years and years later, after we were all grown up, we found out that it was me.
Yeah.
That's passive aggressive.